Welcome to Red White Redemption. My name is Austin, and this is your daily intake of government doing government things. Now, I came across this article. I just couldn't believe it. It says right here that the national debt has reached $33 trillion. Now, you're like, well, yeah, we're in a lot of debt. But the thing that was scary to me is that we gained $1 trillion of debt in just 3 months. We hit the $32 trillion back in June 15th of this year. So basically, we are just spending money like it's going out of style. Now, you might ask, like, who's in charge of issuing our bonds and debt? And that would be this lady right here, which is Janet Yellen. She just makes up pieces of paper and people come buy her debt and issues a bond. And then this guy, Jerome Powell, just prints money out of thin air. And there you go. There we have our money. Now, it's a great system, but the problem is that we, as a country, are spending way more money than we're taking in. And now that's an issue because the Fed, to fight inflation, has to raise interest rates, which also causes it to raise our interest rate on the debt we owe. So we pay more money every time he raises interest rates. Now, you can see right here, the largest budget items on our budget is Medicare's $1.6 trillion a year. Social Security is 1.3. Defense is about $800 billion a year. And then the interest, just the interest on the debt is $706 billion. That's pretty much the total amount of money we bring in as a taxpayer. Now we're running almost a $2 trillion deficit, which everybody's like, we lowered the deficit. Now, when you hear that, it doesn't mean we have balanced the budget. Basically, that means they've lowered the amount of money we're borrowing a year. We did not level the budget at all. It's crazy. We're spending $2 trillion extra a year that we do not have just to fund our government. Now, you're sitting there thinking to yourself, like, man, they should just stop spending money on and just, balance the budget. They say this every single year. They try to do this. Every year, they go on vacation in September. They come back. And then they did the same policy and politics and nonsense happens every year. Well, we got to pass a budget. We can't have a government shutdown. We can't have the defense not pass, national security. Now, mind you, these people have all year to come up with this budget, but somehow they push it back to the last month to vote on it, which is insane to me. Now, the crazy thing is we are running at such a high, like, the inflation in America is insane. Like, they say it's gone down, but what people don't understand is they're like, oh, it's only 3 or 4% right now. That means it's still, if inflation was 8% last year, it's still 4% higher than it was last year. But the number they're trying to achieve is that only a 2% increase each year. But the problem is wages are not keeping up for that. So everything's expensive. Now, for you people that are paying money for taxes, you owe $250,000 in government debt. That's what you owe personally. Now, people just that don't pay taxes, if you just split it up, total of 330 million people, they owe $98,000 each. We are never going to pay that back, ever. Inflation is going to keep on continuing until they start cutting the budget. Now, every year, they're going to come out and they're going to play this nonsense game. They're going to push the budget back. They're like, we'll push it back 90 days. We'll continue resolution. We'll continue funding the government for 90 days. And then it'll come in about December, right around Christmas. And they're going to be like, well, we got to pass the budget because everybody wants to go home for Christmas. And then they'll just roll out a 5,000 page budget that nobody reads. And then they'll just red ink it and sign away with it and not say anything about it. And there you go, $2 trillion. And they wonder where inflation is coming from. It's insane. Now, I got a little verse here that I want to read from the Bible. It just made me think of what the government's doing right now. It says, Proverbs 22:7, the rich rules over the poor, and the borrower is the slave to the lender. Now, if that isn't the case today, I appreciate what you guys do. Thank you for stopping by. Please like and follow and leave a comment what you guys think. And I'll see you guys next time.